So I say to people, you've got to take that internal journey that says, what are those values? And in my case, it's providing a space and place for people to become great.
Hello, I am Dawn Christian, CEO and founder of Be Leadership, and welcome to the BOW Collective Podcast. I'm joined today by my BOW sister, Dr. Cynthia Pace. Dr. Cynthia Pace, please tell us who you are and about your business.
Yes, I'm Cynthia Pace. I'm the leadership guru, and I have a consulting practice that specializes in what we call meeting management. And to keep it short, I've actually declared war on ineffective meetings, events, and retreats. And that being the case, I do process-based facilitation, keep going from the beginning to an end so that creates outcomes for my clients. Morphs into leadership development and a conference and event center.
I love this. So there's something that you started us out with about declaring war.
Absolutely.
On what essentially is busyness.
Yes.
Right. And one of the things that I often tell myself and tell others is that your purpose is not your productivity. And what I mean by that and why that's so important for CEOs and busy CEOs like us is so that we can understand what we are trying to accomplish, the impact.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing from you.
It's about the impact. But Dawn, let's be realistic.
Yes.
How much time is spent in meetings?
Yes.
How much productivity do we want in the workplace, in our corporations? Do we want to have happen? Do we want to see the vision? And it's spent in meetings.
Right.
Spending time creating content, creating strategy, creating outcomes for the organization. And if you're not clear on what that purpose is of the meeting,
right,
you're in hours and hours doing that. So the leadership guru and our staff, what we do is create that space for you to get it done.
For you to get it done. Because the other part of our conversation today that I really want us to get to is why we are all in business. As Black women business owners, we're a growing demographic.
Yes.
Right? But we're not just creating businesses to say that we put up a shingle, right? We're not doing that just for today, right now. We're building legacy. Can you talk about building a business that builds a legacy?
Interesting. I've really never thought about it like that. And I think of building a business it's really before the BOW Collective, if you will. It was very personal. It was a strategy, pace. And it was probably more ego-based than most.
Okay.
But now I see and have been enlightened, if you will, that it's really larger than that. So while it's not a personal legacy, it's a legacy for persons of color, women of color, to know they can get it right and they can get it done.
That part, right? So we know this by demonstrating it and by building our businesses. You help us pull through that vision and be able to grow out what we're doing, really affect each other. As both sisters, we're building a legacy together.
Exactly.
But what you're also helping folks do is create the vision and pull it on through.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. I just got a call the other day, a government organization, if you will, who said, we want our leaders to understand what their personal vision is. They've never done personal vision. They've always done the vision of the organization, what are you going to do and get to, but they don't really have never spent any real time to really discover intuitively, why am I here?
Why am I
and
here?
why am I doing this work?
Why am I here? That part. And as the CEO of B Leadership, our proprietary framework
Exactly.
is ethos-driven leadership. Ethos being where your character and your values intersect. That's what you just opened up a
Yes.
conversation about.
Yes. Yes.
Talk to me about having a values-centered and ethos-centered business. Why is that so critical?
It's critical in my world of work and others because if you have not done that work, if you have not discovered that, if you have not asked a simple question of yourself, I call them paceisms.
Yes.
It's my understanding of self that you really can't put forward your vision and work in the space that you've designed for yourself as a business person. So I say to people, you've got to take that internal journey that says, what are those values? And in my case, it's providing a space and place for people to become great.
That part. And so, why is being so clear on purpose, how does that impact growth? Whether you talk about personal growth, leadership growth, or business growth, how does that impact that?
In the personal space, I believe that of course, it could be segmented or you could make it one. In my world, I segment it. I work on it every day, every morning. I understand where my personal and my business relationships and strategy meet or separate. It may not be one and the same.
You're saying something really key, though. You see where they connect and align
Exactly.
and where they separate.
That's exactly right.
Go a little deeper on that one.
Okay, let's just say, for example, you have time you need to spend with your family.
Right.
I have a mother that's 99 years old. I have to make that space for her. I have to create that time for her. And it's not always the time that I want to spend because I've got a business, I've got client relationships that I need to develop. And frankly, I really want to scale my business.
Right.
So I have to create that time to do so. So it's the values. Do I value time with my mom and my family? Yes. Do I value time to create a strategy for scaling my business? Yes. And I think you have to be real strategic about how you spend that time and energy and effort.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so one of the things that we like to get into here at the BOW Collective podcast is about our 2025 kind of commitment. And that is to build, boost, or bridge businesses amongst our sisterhood,
Okay.
amongst our collective. So with that, we have a question that aligns to those three areas. But you're going to have to pick one.
So I choose boost.
Boost. All about the boost.
It's all about the boost.
What is the biggest boost that you have ever received in your career or in your business journey?
I love this story, and I'm going to try to be really, really brief. I was the college president. I thought I was going to spend my life in higher education.
Okay.
I thought that was the end all. And one day I woke up and I said to myself, this is not working.
Okay.
And it was a scary time. That's all I knew. Higher education, administrative functions, that's all I ever knew and thought that was the end. And I took the leap, and it was a fear factor involved. But the boost was, after I did it, I realized you can do this. I had no idea what consulting was. I had no idea what was going to happen. And ironically enough, I met a counterpart walking down the street.
Okay.
And he said, Cynthia, I've got the perfect job for you. I had known him for years. Walking down the street, didn't even know he was in the city. And I said, what is it? He says, I want you to run this entrepreneurial center at a local university where we bring in consultants to do various work. And also we make sure that our courses are there where we can bring in. And your job is to build this entrepreneurial center.
Oh.
Boost.
Ooh. So you had a sponsor.
Literally.
So you had someone that saw beyond what you saw.
That's right. I didn't know I could do that.
And then the boost turned into, how long have you been in business?
25 years.
Oh. So all that you thought you knew, and you knew a little bit more.
I knew a little bit more.
A little bit, a lot more.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes we need that boost,
We
that
do.
amplification,
We
that
do.
somebody
We do.
that sees us beyond our own vision of self.
Absolutely.
And now you've turned doing that into a business.
Into a business.
Okay, Dr. Cynthia Pace, where can we find the Leadership Guru?
You can find me on www.theleadershipguru.com.
Mm-hmm.
We are also at pacesplace.com, paces-place.com, www-pacesplace.com, and that's where you'll find us, and we'll be happy to hear from anyone that needs and wants to understand meeting management as well as a site for their retreat and business consulting.
Well, it has been just a joy getting to understand and to connect and hear your story about how you not only came to the BOW Collective, but how you have built a legacy of a business over your years of running your operation. And so we are just pleased to have you and what your connection means to the BOW Collective. Thank you so much for being here with us for the BOW Collective podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much.